Hello guys and welcome to another video. I decided to do another little discussion, basically guide, just because yesterday, or maybe a couple of days ago now if you're watching it, there's been a new addition to Resto Druid legendaries in hopefully what is going to be 7.2.5 patch. I'm not completely sure yet, but there's actually been two new legendaries that have been released. I've done a legendary ring, which basically gives you a free talent. By using the ring you gain Soul of the Forest, which is actually really nice. I like the way that actually Blizzard is going towards giving you talents, and rather than things like shields, which are quite boring, like for example Pre does. So the talents is actually really interesting because it gives you a lot more mechanics to worry about, but it's also harder to balance. But there has been a new, so I've done a video about the Soul of the Forest ring, but there's been a new legendary helmet called the Chameleon Song. So Chameleon Song, basically Wild Growth has a chance to grant you Incarnation Tree of Life until cancelled. So he has a proc chance where you can become the tree. So by becoming a tree you gain a lot of different little abilities for your Wild Growth, rejuvenation and things like that. It also increases your healing by 15%. So it is really nice to have. So I can't really say how OP or how bad this is going to be because there is no information given about the chance of the proc, and there's no information given about the duration until cancelled. But I like the way that Blizzard is kind of thinking about giving you talents. And like I said, before you're gonna say anything that is super OP, all the healers basically got something similar. Like for example, Restoration Shaman got Fire in the Deep. Riptide has a chance to grant you Ascendance until it's cancelled. So again, the 3-minute cooldown is also have a chance to proc for Shamans. So every healer basically got this. It's going to be hard to kind of guess around which is going to be one of the best ones. I know Holo Paladin, Avenging Wrath and things like that are really powerful. The thing is that Resto Druids got two of these legendaries. So let's just see about the duration. First of all, it's really weird the way it's going to proc. It's going to be procking after you. It's most likely going to be procking after you Wild Growth. So the thing is, if you're in a tree form normally right now, you want to get as many Wild Growths out as possible, because Wild Growth by default affects 6 people. With Tree of Life, it affects an additional person, so 7 people. So that's really good actually. So the thing is that once you Wild Growth, you become a tree. Let's say this is how it's probably going to work. You become a tree, you can cast rejuvenations for a reduced mana cost, so you're actually increasing your mana, regen and things like that. And then let's hope, we have to hope that the buff is going to last at least 12 seconds. So the Wild Growth comes off cooldown and you have time to do the cast. So with my haste is 1.2 second cast. So we're presuming that you would need another 2 seconds, therefore 12-second duration, for you to get another Wild Growth so you can get the full benefit out of it. So if it doesn't really have the 12-second cooldown, the 12-second duration, it kind of is going to be a big deal, because not having a buffed Wild Growth cast is a big thing. But you also got to think about it, what happens if you get 2 of those legendaries. So if you have the legendary that gives you legendary ring that gives you Soul of the Forest, and you also have the legendary helm, which gives you the chance of Incarnation Tree of Life. So you have to think about this. You cast the Wild Growth, you get the Incarnation Tree of Life buff. You cast Swift Mend to get the Soul of the Forest buff, which buffs your next Wild Growth. So the next Wild Growth is going to be affected by 15% increased healing because of Tree of Life, and 75% increased healing from Soul of the Forest. So you're getting 100% increased Wild Growth cast, which is going to be next cast. So the initial heal, you can even forget about the hot, but the initial heal is going to be so strong that you can almost see people going, like you can almost see someone who's 50 HP or something like that. Maybe it's a bit over exaggeration, but you can see their health going up, which is very difficult for a Restoration Druid, because every time you're just hotting people up and you're just slowly waiting it. But this is going to be a really good sniping tool if you intend to snipe. But like I said, I want to really kind of cover the Wild Growth proc chance. If I had to pick between the two, I would definitely probably go with the Soul of the Forest, just because I don't like RNG. I don't want to be ruled by RNG. I don't want my healing to go up and down because of RNG. Therefore, I'm not really a big fan of proc trinkets. They can proc at the right times, they can proc at the wrong times. It's the same thing here. If this buff and if this incarnation buff ends up being really powerful, I don't want to make excuses basically saying the Resto Druid in my raid had that much healing because he had 10 procs while I only had 2 procs. I don't want the RNG to rule the healing. I already feel there's too much RNG with things like Tyrant Forge gear and I mean a lot of it is basically on luck. I like that Blizzard is going towards giving you talents for free with the legendaries. I think it's way more fun. It opens up way more possibilities. There's way more little hacks that you can go around. Different builds are going to be introduced based on legendaries. I don't like the RNG concept at all. I don't want to be ruled by my luck on healing. Therefore, I would prefer if they maybe give you the talent for free, if you can use it. I guess it's more fun to have a proc chance. And have another, like I said, the legendary ring gives you the soul of the forest. But that's just my opinion. I do like the way Blizzard is going. I don't like how they're incorporating the Chameleon Song legendary helmet for Resto Druids. Let me know how you feel about this change, whether you think it's good or bad. Do you feel the same as me about RNG, or do you like this kind of concept? Do you want to be surprised by increased healing and things like that, and just something similar to what DPS are coming with the massive crits? You'll be like, whoa man, I just healed everyone up to full HP. It is an interesting concept. Let me know how you feel, and I'll see you in my next video, guys.